Hi everyone, it's Linda and my camera person.
Hello.
We are here to talk a little bit about those labels you sent me. Thank you so much for all the pictures, your notes, your comments. And now we're going to show you a couple of pictures of those. And I think we're going to... I wanted to include just a little bit more information about this finishing method for the doing embroidery on a t-shirt. You can see this is the homemade from Tula Pink, which is an OESD design that we do have for sale on our website. And I wanted to show you, this was done on the Brother Luminaire. And I'm going to go over to the screen because a lot of times people don't realize how to take the design off. Now this is on a USB stick. If you see, it's upside down there, but I've got it into the slot of the machine where the USB is. Then I go over to the screen of the USB and I touch this little pocket. See that right on the below? And then, do you see this up here where there's two little ones of USB designs? This icon right here is the one that I'm going to touch. And then all the files pop up that are in the USB folder. It's a good idea not to have too many files in there because it could jam up your machine a little bit, but this is enough. This won't have any problem. And I'm going to go to the homemade, which is the one, let's see if I can get it down here. The homemade right down here, and touch it. That smiley face comes up. And then you can see this little folder that says designs. I'll touch it again. And now it's going to ask me what file format this machine is in. Well, I have all the formats for all my machines in here. You can see I have quite a few machines. And on here, I'm going to touch the PES because that is the format that Brother likes to have when we are doing the embroidery. And now you can see they're all coming up. And the design that I used on this shirt, there's quite a few on here. Now let's go down a little bit more. It's this one right down here. Okay, and you can see how I brought it up there. In fact, what I'm going to do, the nice thing about this machine is it's got a wonderful enhancer where it brings it up real big. So you see how nice that looks? Now I could go ahead, and I'm going to close this, and I could go ahead and say, once I've got it set, okay, and now I brought it into the machine, and you can see there's an edit up here. You can see the two colors of the machine, of the thread that I was using on the shirt. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually edit it, because what I did is I wanted to make sure that that design was rotated. And I'm going to take the rotation. If you look over here, you see I touched, let me go back. You see how I touched the button, the little icon here, rotate. And then I'm going to take it over here to 90 degrees. And you see how it looks now? It's more of a angle there. I'm going to rotate it again over to this way. And then I'm going to go to 10 degrees. So do you see now how I've moved it again? And I can move it again or again. You can really flip this any way that you like. Let's see how I'm going to keep going there. So I can move it around, up, down, whatever I want to do. So say that I've got it where I want it, like this. And now I want to go down, and I'm going to say, okay. Then, I'm getting this real big, so I hope you guys can see this. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to say, I want to embroider it. So I'm embroidering. And now I want to see what it looks like on my shirt. So if you see up here on the screen, see this little cone, right? There's three little buttons, a cone, a camera, and the magnification. I touch the cone, and watch what's going to happen on the screen. There's going to be a little little red thing going around it, but look what's happening here on the machine. Now, because I happen to have purple on here, it's going to be harder to see it. I'm going to take a white piece of fabric, if I can, or even a yellow piece, and look at what you're going to see under there. You see that? That design is actually Ooh, it's pretty in the rainbows. That design is actually being shown. You can't see it because of this camera, but it really is just clear as a bell, and I can tell immediately where I want to position it. So I pulled this off of the machine, the hoop, and now I'm going to take the, I sometimes like to take this water soluble off before I actually do the, take it out of the hoop. Sometimes that is really much easier to do. Let's see, I'm just going to pull that right off. And again, now it's gone. And the little, you can see there's a little bit of water soluble still left up here, but that's okay because the minute that I spritz this with water, all of that will go away. So I'm going to take it out of the hoop and we'll be right back. About removing these hoops is that we, again, if you remember, this wonderful little screwdriver that I talked about before can be put on to the thing and just, I'm turning it right now so it comes off real easy. I just took that and turned it. You can see it fits right in there, turned it back. Now it's nice and loose and I can just pop the hoop right out. And you can see I have some of the stabilizer in the back. There's still some of this water soluble I'm going to get rid of. Then I'm going to cut around the design in the back. Remember, I put no-show mesh fusible on the back. You can see the sticky part sticking out here. I didn't iron that down. Just in here is where I ironed it. So I'm going to actually cut around from the back side the water-soluble fusible, and then I will press it. And well, before I press it, I'm going to spritz it with water to remove all the excess, and then I'm going to press it again. And you all know what I use when I do the pressing is this wonderful pressing mat that is one of the wool mats. This inside out, and you can see that this is again that no-show mesh. The fusible is underneath, it was attached, and now rather than just push it all back, I can take my warm iron and just apply it a little bit, and then it will pull back very easily, and then I can cut the stabilizer around it. So once I get that done, I'll show you what it looks like. Now you can see that I have taken the excess of the no-show mesh fusible. See, that's the extra. And I've cut it away. I like to use a pinking shears. It isn't necessary, but it's really fun because it makes it look nice. And I pressed it so that I could easily pull this away. But do you see the little bit of glue that was left on there when I did that? That will all come off in the laundry. It's not going to hurt anything, and I think it's not a problem at all. So when I turn it to the other side now, I will spritz it. I will take the towel and pat it, and then I will be all set and ready to go. Now I'm on the other side, and I wanted to show you what happens here. Do you see that little bit of extra topper? And you see how there's a little bit of hoop burn here, and then how I have the topper still on here? What's going to happen is I'm going to spritz this. I'm going to take the towel underneath. I'll spritz it all. I'll spritz around here, and then I'm going to pat it dry. I'm going to press it, and every bit of that will be gone. This is the fun part, the spritzing. See how I'm spritzing it along where the hoop burn was? I guess it's not really hoop burn because it's going to come off. And I give it a real good amount of water where this design was. Down here where the little pieces were in the corner. And now I'm going to take my towel, press it, really give it a good press, with my hand, and voila, it's all gone. And you'll see this, as soon as I press this, all the rest of this, take that little bit of extra off, and if it doesn't all come off, take another spray, take your towel, pat it, and all of it will come. So now on my next video, hopefully you will see this shirt, and I will have it on. Thanks, everyone. Some other things that we have here that we'll talk about tomorrow night. I promised you we would do something with Ricky Timms, and we are going to show you a couple of his fabrics as we finish. But before we do, I just want to say thank you again for all your comments. We really appreciate it. We've got some ideas of things that are coming up, and hopefully it'll make you laugh a little bit, because we do need to have a little less stress, I think, in our lives right now.
We do.
Yeah, and so the one thing I wanted to let you know is that Bernina has allowed us now during this time to be able to ship machines to you directly. So not only can we ship it directly, but we can give you a 60-month free financing, which has never been done before. So we are thrilled about that. We actually can even deliver to your area. Let us know tomorrow, because we do have, by 5 o'clock tomorrow, we'll know what's going on. We'll be able to tell you what else is happening. But before that time, I want to show you a little preview of some of Ricky's fabrics.
Beautiful hand-dyed fabrics, everyone. Beautiful.
I think they're the prettiest thing I've
And they're
ever
1
seen.
yard cut.
Look at this. And there's one of his quilts. And we're going to talk about it, this and his syllabus, tomorrow. Look at our website. We have lots of new products for you that we can ship out to you. And we just hope you will, look at it and use them. And I just thank you from the bottom of my heart, you guys. You are just